Bravissimo! Wonderful! Wunderbar, wunderbar, Fräulein Wolf!
Thank you.
Such a wonderful treat. One would think you have played together all your lives.
Pardon me?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Oh, thank you.
Will you join me?
Excusez-moi,
in a glass of
monsieur.
champagne?
You're kind, but I'm a little
Excusez-moi,
tired
madame.
just now. Thank you.
Then how about dinner?
Would you open my compartment, please?
But of course, mademoiselle.
Conductor, would you unlock my compartment, please?
Yes, monsieur.
Herr Schmidt?
Not now.
There you
In
are,
5
monsieur.
minutes.
Is everything all right?
Everything is fine. Thank you.
Pardon me?
Mr. Whitney, I was wondering if you would come. Ah, yes, yes.
Not so fast, Herr Schmidt. We're not in Belgrade yet.
Bonjour, madame.
I guess this means His Excellency would like to see me. You know, he really has a way of making people feel wanted. Is this how he persuaded Miss Wolf to join him in a duet?
You talk a great deal for a man who knows so little.
Tell him I'll be there.
Bonjour, madame. Excusez-moi.
Conductor, would you lock my door, please?
I am disappointed. I would have gladly let you keep this gold. If only you had seen fit to bring me the other, it would have saved us so much time.
Maybe.
What is it you want, Mr. Whitney?
Tyler Whitney is dead. I want to know who killed him and why.
You are on your way to Jerusalem, are you not?
How did you know that?
Knowledge is more precious than gold and rarer than rubies. If knowledge is the coin in which you wish to be paid, I could tell you many things about yourself and that ring you wear, for example. But the question you ask, that question I cannot answer.
Then I'll be on my way.
Not yet. I'm afraid you owe me some slight favor for having helped yourself to my luggage. That scarf in his breast pocket. Get it, please. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Kampf. I shall keep it as a souvenir until our next encounter.
Yes, monsieur.
Messieurs et mesdames les voyageurs,
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
le
There
train
you are, monsieur.
arrivera à
Thank you.
Vienne dans 1 heure. Vienne.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Come in. It's good you're here. We have many plans to make.
Your plans are your business. I want to talk about Tyler. I want to know who you think killed him.
Sit down. Let's have a drink. I will tell you. When we left Paris, I feel there was something wrong with the Tyler. To me, he says nothing, but he was like a frightened man, always looking over his shoulder.
That's not like Tyler. I thought there was something wrong in his letter.
I tell you, he was afraid of something. There was a shadow on him. When I look into his eyes, they're the eyes of death.
There were marks on his face. 3 lines, like a knife.
It was none of my men. I love Tyler like he was my brother. If I find out who killed him, I will tear him apart with my own hands. Drink.
It's a little early in the day for that. I'll see you later, Milos. Why don't you come in? You'll be able to hear better.
Oh well.
Mind if I join you?
Of course. Cigar? The best Havana.
No thanks.
Americans don't know how to have pleasure. How can there be a life of the spirit if the body is not fed?
How's Fräulein Wolf?
I shall dine with her this evening.
Tell me, August, how did a spiritual person like yourself end up as a munitions maker?
You would find that quite difficult to understand. Unlike you, Herr Whitney, I'm not motivated only by gold. I'm always thinking of the higher interest of my fatherland.
Where does the fatherland's interest lie in arming a band of Serbian terrorists?
Terrorists? You surprise me. I had thought you would at least keep up the pretense of sympathy with the group that is paying you.
I never said I wasn't sympathetic. I said they were terrorists. And you haven't answered my question. The last time I looked at a newspaper, Serbia was allied to Russia and France.
Your question is not a bad one. I leave it to you to find the answer.
I believe you have my key. Could I have it back, please?
That's enough guns for today. Tell me, when you killed Tyler, was that part of the job, or was that your own idea?
I don't know what you mean.
You don't know you work for the Austrian secret police? Or you don't know you killed Tyler?
But I didn't kill him.
They sent you to break up Tyler's arms deal. You killed him and you stole the gold egg he was carrying.
I didn't. It wasn't me. I've never killed anyone. I swear it. I'd met Tyler Whitney once in New York. I recognized him at the station. Once we were moving, I came and knocked. The door was open, so I let myself in. And there was blood all over.
The egg!
It was sitting on the table by the window. I took it, but I didn't kill him. The first time I saw you, calling yourself Tyler Whitney, I thought you killed him.
Anna, look out!
Keine Bewegung.
Let her go.
Vienna. I have to go now.
It is true, we do try to get this in England.
Yes, wasn't it your birthday?
Blumen, gnädige Frau, eine Blume für Sie. Blumen.
Guten Tag. Nur eine gelbe Rose, bitte.
Eine schöne gelbe Rose für Sie, gnädiges Fräulein.
Dankeschön.
Bitte schön.
Ja, auf geht's, geh mal.
Extrablatt, Extrablatt. Holen Sie Ihre Nachmittagszeitung. Serbien antwortet Österreich. Extrablatt, Extrablatt. Holen Sie Ihre Nachmittagszeitung. Serbien antwortet Österreich.
Premier service, le dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is servi.
Jacques,
Oh,
I've
me?
got the most awful headache. Would you tell Herr Schmidt I won't be having dinner with him tonight?
Of course, madame. Can I bring you anything?
No, I'm just tired.
Bien, madame. I hope you can get some rest tonight.
Danke, Jacques.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Premier service. Premier service.
I was afraid you
Le
got
dîner
nothing
est
beyond.
servi dans le
In
wagon
Vienna?
restaurant.
Why should I?
I
Dîner
don't
is
know,
served.
but I'm glad
et
to
de
see you.
restaurant de car.
The journey will be over soon enough.
So, what happens to August Schmidt now?
He will find the police waiting for him in Budapest. The guns will be discovered and confiscated.
I see. A job well done. You must be very proud of yourself.
You want to talk. Is smuggling guns your idea of an honorable profession?
Is that my profession?
It's like a game to you, taking sides. Today you help the Bosnians, tomorrow the English. Do you want to know why Tyler died? I'll tell you. For 1,000 years, people have been killing each other over the Balkans. It's not about to stop for one American. Our history is a chain of blood. It reaches deep into the past, it binds us, and it has nothing to do with you. Tyler is dead, you can't bring him back. Why don't you go home before the same thing happens to you?
Tyler was my friend. Maybe that word doesn't mean much to you. To me, when a friend asks for help, and you get there too late, you don't leave it at that.
Go away, please.
Excusez-moi, madame.
Komisija već počela da mobiliše. Ja u to ne verujem. Već u svim
Premier
novinama.
service.
Austrija i Srbija su
Entschuldigung.
se, kažem ti, rat je.
Excuse me?
Is everything all right, monsieur?
Yes, fine. Thank you.
Bon appétit, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Je m'excuse.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
В супружество я не верю. Зачем русскому рабочему воевать со своим немецким братом? Ведь мы же все одинаковы. Простые люди всегда проливают свою кровь в войнах, начатых правительствами. Мы же как овцы, ведомые на бойню.
Я не могу. Не могу уйти от дедушки.
Из-за таких людей, как ваш дед, Россия откатилась на сотни лет назад.
Дедушка не такой уж плохой человек.
There is good and bad in every man, Tatiana. But Vasily Abolinsky is one of the most evil products of the most evil system ever invented by men on earth.
Вы бы себя послушали.
Когда вы видели то, что я видел своими глазами, Татьяна, как сильно за деда зарезали бы вас спящего.
Я не желаю этого выслушивать. If you hate my grandfather so much, then you must also hate me.
Татьяна!
Послушайте себя. Убийства, бомбы. Вы говорите, что ненавидите войну, но ведь вы же еще хуже других.
Нет.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney. That is Monsieur Alexei Dolnikov's compartment. That is not your compartment, Monsieur. Yours is number 1.
Pozzoni. Le train arrive en gare de Pozzoni. 3 minutes d'arrêt.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Pozzoni. Le train arrive en gare de Pozzoni. 3 minutes d'arrêt.
I say, I think you've got the wrong compartment.
Looks like we've both got the wrong compartment.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Yes, who is it?
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir, madame, excusez-moi.
Pardon me?
Have a good night.
Good evening. I saw
Herr
you
Schmidt?
on the dining car, but I didn't want to bother you.
It's
Did
the
you enjoy your
conductor
dinner?
to make your bed, madame.
Dinner was satisfactory, yes.
Must be delightful to be able to dine with your family every night. That's the worst part about travelling. All those meals alone. The loneliness rather gets to you after a while.
My problem is the opposite one, monsieur.
Oh, yes. Well, I can see that. Really? Interesting.
Excuse me.
Merci, madame. Excusez-moi de vous avoir dérangé.
service. Deuxième service. Le dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served.
It's the conductor to make your bed, monsieur.
Oui.
Pardon me?
Entrez.
Un moment, s'il vous plaît. Un instant, monsieur, j'arrive. Un instant,
Entschuldigung.
monsieur, j'arrive.
Excusez-moi,
Pardon
monsieur.
me?
Deuxième service. Deuxième service. Le dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served in the restaurant car.
Right away, monsieur.
Monsieur, may I speak to you?
Of course, come in.
You were so kind to my grandfather. I don't know how to begin.
Is he worse?
No, it's Alexei. He has asked me to get off the train at Budapest and run away with him.
What did you say?
What do you think I said? My grandfather's ill. How can I leave him? It would be wrong, wouldn't it?
Alexei is a romantic. You know what they say. A romantic is someone who spends his life looking for a good way to die.
When I told him no, he started saying wild things. He said I'm his only connection to the world, and that if I won't go with him, his life means nothing. You don't know him. I really think he might do something crazy. He wanted to kill my grandfather with a bomb. He would have blown up the train and killed dozens of innocent people.
A bomb? What kind of bomb?
He made it himself. He's been planning it for weeks. Of course I talked him out of it. But now I'm afraid I don't know what he will do. I love him so.
I'll see what I can do.
Would you? Oh, thank you, monsieur. Thank you.
Pardon me?
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
I just can't imagine Charlotte deliberately letting herself in for that sort of a life. I mean, after the hell that Anne's been through.
Ce n'est pas si terrible pour Anne. Elle s'amuse bien. Son mari s'amuse de son côté. Je dirais même que tout a bien tourné pour eux. Pour Charlotte aussi, d'ailleurs.
Don't joke about it, it's too awful.
Le train entre en gare de Galanta.
Moi aussi, je pense me marier quand la bonne occasion se présentera.
5 minutes d'arrêt. Galanta.
Ne sois pas si dramatique. Je te dis pas de faire quelque chose d'aussi compliqué en ce moment. On a tout le temps de s'amuser. Tu vas rester jeune et belle pendant encore 2 ou 3 ans. Peut-être même encore plus belle quand tu auras plus d'assurance et que tu seras habillée. Après ça, comment veux-tu profiter de la vie quand tu seras une vieille fille?
Le train entre en gare de...
Your brandy, monsieur.
Thank you. You may leave the bottle.
Très bien, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Herr Whitney, have a drink. It helps make the journey shorter.
Thanks.
I have misjudged Fräulein Wolf. There is no other explanation. Again and again I ask myself, could I have imagined it? A fantasy? A romantic dream? But then I remember the way she looked at me, the warmth of her eyes, and I know I was not mistaken. Something has changed her.
Well, August, she is an artist.
An artist? Yes. When I return to Munich, she shall play for me. She will perform at my house. Let me fill your glass, Herr Whitney. You at least have not disappointed me. Yes, yes. She will play for me. It will be a wonderful evening. You will be there too, Herr Whitney. And Kronos and the Oblenskis, we shall all be together in a big gold room. And she will play. And we will dance. Dance, dance, dance. So much. Der Max, der Max, der Max hat Beine wie Max, wie Max, wie Max. La da 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 dum dum da da la 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 dum 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 dum. Life is short, everything. Let's dance together.
Good night, Monsieur Whitney. Sleep well.
Don't answer it.
I have to.
Василий Александрович, это наша с вами прощальная встреча.
Нет! Дедушка! Осторожно, он хочет тебя убить!
Нет, это ошибка, вы не поняли!
Произойдет покушение на мою жизнь. Убийцы следовали за мной из самой России. Я не боюсь смерти. Я всегда следовал заветам нашей церкви, регулярно принимал причастие, постился. Я служил Господу нашему Иисусу Христу и исполнителю Его воли на земле Божьей. Когда я умру, святые защитят меня и приведут к ногам Господа нашего, который простит мне прегрешения мои и укажет дорогу.
My company has a pretty good understanding with the Austro-Hungarian authorities. I think if you let me speak to them first, I can explain what happened here and get this mess cleared up without a lot of fuss.
Pardon me?
No need to splash it all over the papers. Reputation of the line to think of and all that. There's a good fellow. Care to join me in a drink? Just the two of us, man to man? I'll be in the smoking car.
I accept. Need to get out of town for a while anyway. Booked up.
I say, well done. Now how about that drink?
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney.
Excuse me?
Cognac, please.
Pardon me.
Very good, madame.
Thank you.
There you are. What a nasty business. Oh well, good job it's over. Saves me a bit of trouble. Cheers!
Saves you trouble? How?
Oh well, the word went out that one of those anarchist chaps was travelling on the Express precisely in order to blow up that poor old fellow Obolensky. So the company sent me along to see if I could spot him and nip things in the bud, you see, before any unpleasantness. Fact is, for a while I wasn't sure if it was him or you.
Me?
Well, travelling without a ticket, assumed name and all that, you can see why I might have wondered. No hard feelings, I hope?
No hard feelings.
Good job you finding that bomb. I wonder, have you ever considered doing a bit more work in this line?
What line?
Surely a man of your perception must realize that Europe is on the brink of war. Britain and America have certain common interests. An American who knows his way about, cool head in a tight spot. Frankly, we could use a fellow like you.
Your English police seem to have a different opinion.
Oh yes, that awkward business with that Irish policeman. As a matter of fact, I've looked into that. You know, you really shouldn't have helped that fellow, even if he was wounded. Our police tend to take it rather to heart when a policeman is killed. But in this case, I think there may have been a bit of a misunderstanding. Guilt by association, if you see what I mean. Fact is, you're a doctor, Hippocratic Oath and all that. I think we can clear this business up fairly easily, assuming we want to.
You mean assuming you want to?
This isn't the first time you've come to our attention, Mr. Cath. We never have known quite what to make of you. Some of us were of the opinion that you were rather a loose cannon, like your friend Mr. Whitney. Unfortunate what happened to him. Me, I've always felt that when push came to shove, you'd turn out to be one of our sort. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Abbott. I've never been much of a joiner.
Just remember, the offer is open. The world is changing and one does need to choose sides. And sometimes things change so fast that it's hard to tell one side from the other. But as I hate to say it, sometimes these situations do come down to a for us or against us sort of problem, if you see what I mean.
I'll remember that. Excuse me. Anna.
I'm very tired. Please let me go. Why are you following me? There's so much I want to say. It's just that I am tired. You can't imagine how tired I am. We'll talk in the morning. Good night. Something's wrong. We're not stopping.
اذهب أيها الملعون!
Take off your sash! You could have taken off the sash first. We're almost to the border. We've got to stop the train.
Why?
Why? Once we're in Serbia, they'll kill us.
And if we stop before the border?
The terrorists will be captured by the Austrian police.
Along with the arms?
Yes.
You're being used. You and August Schmidt.
What do you mean?
Germany and Austria want war. All they need is an incident to set it off, like Sarajevo. Sarajevo wasn't enough, but crates of machine guns captured in the hands of Serbian terrorists. Now that could start a war. Anna, how do you think your superiors knew about the arms sale? Schmidt's been set up. Germany wanted this deal to happen, and they wanted it blown wide open. By you. Anna, wait!
Možda ti srpski seljačići nisu bili velika prepreka. Možda ti srpski... Možda ti srpski... Možda... Možda ti srce... Možda ti srpske seljačići nisu bili velika prepreka. Možda ti srpske seljačići... Možda ti srpske seljačići... Možda ti srpske... Možda ti srpske seljačići... Možda ti srpske...
Он не убил инженера, эй! Он не убил инженера!
Умысли нас доведоложишь! You won't make it. You are not a Slav. This I understand. But how can you help the Austrians?
I'm not helping anybody. I got a ticket in my pocket to Constantinople and I'm not gonna waste it.
Is this a joke to you? Who killed Tyler? Tyler gave his life for our freedom. And you? What do you believe in? You believe in nothing?
Good. We're slowing down. You can stop shoveling now.
The bandits who had locked us in the dining car turned out to be Serbian nationalists. It was Miss Wolfe and the American Mr. Whitney who stopped the train before the border. The Austrians gave Mr. Whitney
Он не убил инженера, эй! Он не убил инженера!
Keep shoveling!
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Stop the train!
As I was telling my friend before you shot him, I've got a ticket for Constantinople in my pocket and I intend to use it.
Constantinople? You won't make it out of Belgrade.
I wasn't planning to stop at Belgrade.
There are 30 people on this train. Are you willing to risk their lives too? Haven't enough people been killed?
The bandits who had locked us in the dining car turned out to be Serbian nationalists. It was Miss Wolfe and the American Mr. Whitney who stopped the train before the border. The Austrians gave Mr. Whitney a medal for heroic service to the monarchy. Rather ironic in light of subsequent events. Still, if he hadn't stopped the train, we might have all been killed.
Он не убил инженера, эй! Он не убил инженера! Он не убил инженера, эй! Он не убил инженера!
The bandits who had locked us in the dining car turned out to be Serbian nationalists. It was Miss Wolfe and the American Mr. Whitney who stopped the train before the border. The Austrians gave Mr. Whitney a medal for heroic service to the monarchy. Rather ironic in light of subsequent events.
Он не убил инженера!
Monsieur, I beg you, stop this madness. The lives of these passengers, they are innocent people.
Slow down. You're wasting your breath.
You are not one of the bandits.
The bandits are dead. All but one.
Where is he?
He's running the train.
Ladies, gentlemen, if you would all please move out of the dining car and return to the sleeping car.
Was ist hier los? I demand to be told what's happening.
Monsieur, please, it is for your own safety. Your Excellency, may I escort you back to your compartment?
My granddaughter and I are traveling to Constantinople. And from Constantinople to Odessa.
Yes, of course. But won't you be more comfortable in the sleeping car with the rest of the passengers?
Those passengers will never arrive in Constantinople.
Listen, why don't you go and see to the other passengers? I'll stay a bit and try to look after things.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, restez...
Tatiana.
Она не слышит вас. Бедный мой мотылек. Скоро ты будешь дома, в большом доме, понад речкой. Ничто не изменилось. Все там как прежде. Как ты помнишь, все встретят нас. Дарья Филипповна, старая твоя няня Агафья Михайловна, даже старый Иоганн. Помнишь Иоганна?
Они умерли. Все умерли.
Жар-птица.
Now I see. You think you can hijack this train and get my merchandise without paying for it?
August, let me tell you something. Fräulein Wolf is a spy. Your friends back in Germany set you up to get caught smuggling arms.
Fräulein Wolf? A spy? And me? August Schmidt? Betrayed? This cannot be. Tyler Whitney! We will meet again!
Oh, and there's one more thing. My name isn't Whitney. It's Cath. Robert Cath.
What?
My name is Robert Cath.
Он не убил инженера, эй! Он не убил инженера!
Умысли наставить доложишь! You won't make it. You are not a Slav. This I understand. But how can you help the Austrians?
I'm not helping anybody. I got a ticket in my pocket to Constantinople and I'm not gonna waste it.
Is this a joke to you?
Who killed Tyler?
Tyler gave his life for our freedom. And you? What do you believe in? You believe in nothing?
We're slowing down. You can stop shoveling now.
Keep shoveling!
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Stop the train!
As I was telling my friend before you shot him, I've got a ticket for Constantinople in my pocket and I intend to use it.
Constantinople? You won't make it out of Belgrade.
I wasn't planning to stop in Belgrade.
We are still within the Austrian Empire. In the name of the Emperor, I order you to stop the train. Do you think I won't shoot you?
Go ahead.
Now you've done it. Damn you! Give me that shovel.
Everything under control, I see. Well done. Maybe you couldn't have stopped the train before we hit the border crossing, but we can't have everything. That's a Serbian army train. By the look of it, I'd say it was General Georgievich. He appears to be following us.
That train's on a different track.
Is it? I believe you're right. What on earth does he think he's doing?
Ej, oni su nas prebacili na stari kolos.
He says they've switched us onto the old track.
Mi moramo stati, stari most neće izdržati voz ove težine.
He says we have to stop. The bridge is old. It won't take our weight.
It'll have to.
It seems you'll make it to Constantinople after all. Congratulations, you've won. What about finding out who killed Tyler? Or have you forgotten about him?
Maybe it was one of the Serbs. Maybe Mahmud. Oh, what difference does it make? They're all dead. I can't help Tyler. I can't help anyone. You were right. I never should have gotten mixed up in this. And neither should you.
At least I'm serving my country.
What country? You're Jewish, you speak German, you come from Hungary. What is your country?
My father spent his life in the Austrian military. My brother was killed in action. I think that gives me the right to consider myself an Austrian.
I hope the Emperor appreciates your sacrifice.
What about you? Once you get to Constantinople, where will you go then?
to Jerusalem. There's a man there who has a manuscript I'd like to get a look at. Do you want to come with me?
Oh, if I only could.
Don't you think the Empire can totter along for a while without your help? I mean it. Come to Jerusalem with me.
I'm thinking about it.
I am the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise Great Britain loudly chants.
We should be in Constantinople in an hour.
Where did you get this?
I've had it for a long time.
I've seen this tower before.
Where?
If I think for a minute, I'll remember.
It's just a design on a ring.
Only an American would say that. It's a family crest. The tower, the hand, every part of it has a meaning.
Maybe they mean he bought it in a flea market.
Don't go away. When I come back, I'll tell you where I saw that tower.
Where are you going?
Out!
Ah, Mr. Cat. We have been waiting for you. Not yet, my dear. Would you bring us the Firebird, please? Thank you. And now, if you would be so kind as to open it. We are wasting time. beautiful you are.
What's that sound?
Look out the window. It's growing dark.
But what is it?
Don't you know? It is the beating of its living heart. Now, make it sing. Play the solace. Play it! Sunset. That's enough. Close the egg now, please. Close it! Thank you.
The train had burst into flames as it came into Constantinople station. Everyone left on board was killed.
Vergessen, Maxel, mein kleiner Schatz. Oh, ja, jetzt ist alles.
Tatjana.
Давайте, Маруша, война должна закончиться.
Take me away from here, now, please.
What are they saying? What's happening?
It's war! Avusturya ve Sırbistan harpte! Harp! War!
I know a skipper who can take us to Gallipoli. We can get a boat there to Jerusalem.
Don't look at me like that. This war won't last longer than a month. I'll come to Constantinople as soon as it's over. I'll take the first Orient Express that runs after the war. if I don't see you. I hope you find what you're looking for. Take care of Max for me.